Good morning to all. Now I am going to explain about law of demand. Explanation. The law of demand expresses a relationship between the quantity demanded and its price. It may be defined in Marshall's words as the amount demanded increases with a fall in price and diminishes with a rise in price. Thus, it expresses an inverse relationship between price and demand. The law refers to the direction in which quantity demanded changes with a change in price. The inverse price demand relationship is based on other things remaining equal. This base points towards certain important assumption on which this law is based. Next, definitions. Some major definitions of the law of demand are as follows. See, first definition. Law of demand states that people will buy more at lower prices and buy less at higher prices if other things remaining the same. This is Professor Samuelson definition. Next, the law of demand states that amount demanded increases with a fall in price and diminishes when price increases. This is Professor Marshall definitions. Next, according to the law of demand, the quantity demanded varies inversely with price. This is Ferguson definition. Next, characteristics of law of demand. See, these are the characteristics of law of demand. Price is independent variable. Next, demand is dependent variable on price of goods. Next, inverse relationship between price and demand. This is a characteristics of demand. Next, assumptions of the law of demand. These are the assumptions of the law of demand. See, first assumption, taste and preference. There is no change in the taste and preferences of the consumer. Next, income. The income of the consumer remains constant. Next, customs. There is no change in customs. Next, confer distinction on the consumer. Next, the commodity to be used should not confer distinction on the consumer. Next, substitutions. There should not be any substitutes of the commodity. Next, prices of other products. There should not be any change in the prices of other products. Next, change in the price. There should not be any possibility of change in the price of the product being used. Next, change in quality. There should not be any change in quality of the product. Next, habits of the consumer. The habits of the consumers should remain unchanged. See, give these conditions, the law of demand operates if there is change even in one of these conditions. It will not it will stop operating. Next, give these assumptions. The law of demand is explained in terms of table 3. See the table. Price and quantity demanded is represented. The table shows that when the price of, say, orange is rupees 5 per unit, 100 units are demanded. If the price falls to rupees 4, the demand increases to 200 units. Similarly, when the price declines to rupees 1, the demand increases to 600 units. On the contrary, as the price increases from rupees 1, the demand continues to decline from 600 units. Then next I will explain figure 7. See the figure. O x-axis, that is horizontal axis, represent quantity demanded, and vertical axis represent O y-axis, price of unit in rupees. In the figure, point P of the demand curve DD1 shows demand for 100 units at the rupees 5. As the price falls to rupees 4, rupees 3, rupees 2 and rupees 1, the demand rises to 200, 300, 400 and 600 units respectively. This is clear from points Q, R, S and T. Thus, the demand curve DD1 shows increase in demand of orange when its price falls. This indicates the inverse relation between price and demand. Next, exceptions to the law of demand. See the figure 8. The law of demand curve is the slope of the demand curve is left to right, and the exception of the law of demand is regarding from when price increase, demand of the product is also increase. When price decrease, demand for the product is always decrease. So this is called the exception of the law of demand. So the demand curve is sloping right to left. So see, some of the reason is followed exceptions of the law of demand. First one, war. Second, depression. Third, Giffen paradox. Fourth, demonstration effect. Fifth, ignorance effect. Sixth one, speculation. And seventh one, necessities of life. I explain one by one. War. In shortage is feared in anticipation of war. People may start buying for building stocks or for hoarding even when the price rises. Second, depression. During a depression, the prices of commodities are very low and the demand from is also less. This is because of the lack of purchasing power with the consumers. Next, Giffen paradox. If a commodity happens to be a necessity of life like wheat and its price goes up, consumers are forced to curtail the consumption of more expensive foods like meat and fish, and wheat being still the cheapest food, they will consume more of it. The Marshallian example is applicable to developed economics. In the case of an underdeveloped economy with a fall in price of an inferior commodity like maize, consumers will start consuming more of the superior commodity, likely wheat. As a result, the demand for maize will fall. This is what Marshall called the Giffen paradox, which makes the demand curve to have a positive slope. Next, demonstration effect. If consumers are affected by the principle of conspicuous consumption or demonstration effect, they will like to buy more of those commodities which confer distinction on the possessor when their price rise. On the other hand, with a fall in the price of such articles, their demand falls, as is the case with diamonds. Ignorance effect. Fifth one is ignorance effect. Consumers buy more at a higher price under the influence of the ignorance effect, where a commodity may be mistaken from some other commodity due to deceptive packing, label, etc. Next, sixth one, speculation. Marcel mentions speculation as one of the important exceptions to the downward sloping demand curve. According to him, the law of demand does not apply to the demand in a campaign between groups of speculators. When a group unloads a great quantity of a thing onto the market, the price falls and the other groups begins buying it. When it has raised the prices of the thing, it arranges to sell a great deal quietly. Thus, when price rises, demand also increases. Seventh one, necessities of life. Normally, the law of demand does not apply on the necessities of life such as food, cloth, etc. Even the price of these goods increases. The consumer does not reduce their demand, rather he purchases them. Even the prices of these goods increased often by reducing the demand for comfortable goods. This is also a reason that the demand curve slopes upward to the right. In certain cases, the demand curve slopes up from left to right, that is, it has a positive slope. Under certain circumstances, consumers buy more when the price of a commodity rises and less when price falls, as shown by the D curve in figure 8. Many cases are attributed to an upward sloping demand curve. Thank you.